Okay, so are you sick about hearing about the Facebook IPO yet? There's been tons of hype about it all over, Facebook and social media and news outlets and things like that. I guess the estimated valuation of over $100 billion. Yes, that's right, $100 billion. But a lot of people are saying Facebook is, it's not a smart move to buy Facebook. Obviously, all the institutional investors and big shots get to buy it for $39. By the time it hits the secondary markets, who knows what it'll be at. A buddy of mine a couple of buddies of mine actually who are in finance are telling me stay away from the stock. It's a great deal for those institutional investors who can buy it up at 39, wait for the pop, and dump it on you and me and the mom and pop investors. So we'll talk about a few reasons why it might not be a good idea to buy the Facebook stock. First things first, let's look back at history. Zynga, Groupon, Pandora, all these stocks, they come out with a lot of hype. They have a pop, but they wind up coming back down. Let's see, Groupon went public. What was it? I think last October, November. Went up I want to say over $6 on its first day of trading. I don't know what it's at right now, but I want to say it's under 20. It's under $20 definitely. I want to say. Let's see, Pandora, which I think came out last summer, is down. Let's say 35, maybe 40% from the IPO price. That's the first reason. Just look back at history. Most of these tech IPOs and really kind of popular hyped IPOs don't wind up being good long-term investments. I think most people plan on getting in, catching a pop, and getting out. But it's just, are you going to have that right timing, and are you able to get in early enough? Two, like I was just saying, kind of the mom and pop investors, the everyday investor, we're the ones that lose out. The big institutional investors get to buy the stock before it hits the market. They're going to get it at $39 or whatever. By the time the stock officially starts trading, those big investors are selling off. It hit its pop, and basically you and I are buying that stock that they bought at $39 at $60. They're dumping it, and then it's probably going to wind up falling back down to $39, if not maybe even a little bit less, as what happens sometimes. So, the small guys like you and me, we're the ones that kind of lose out, and the institutional investors and the big shots take all our money. Third reason, does Facebook really care about making money and pleasing its shareholders? Private companies, Mark Zuckerberg, he can do whatever he wants. He can piss people off. He can, he can do things for, I don't know if artistic reasons is the right word, but he can kind of be a rebel and kind of thumb his nose at capitalism and profits and whatever else. You know what I mean? I'm in this because I love computers and love connecting people and stuff. I'm not in this to make money. But now that they're going public, the goal of a public company is to make money, and they're going to have shareholders and things like that to answer to. But that's the question: is does CEO Mark Zuckerberg share that same goal of making money? And I guess in a letter to potential shareholders, he said, and this is a quote: "Simply put, we don't build services to make money. We make money to build better services." What the hell does that mean? If I'm buying stock, I want a CEO who wants to make money. I can't. Maybe he really is a genius. You know what I mean? And I know sometimes people get so wrapped up in money that they kind of lose focus on what customers want and things like that. I mean, look at Netflix. Netflix tried breaking off into two companies. I'm sure in some way or another that was going to save them money. What did it wind up doing? It wound up, basically pissing off its customer base. The stock took a huge tumble. A lot of people ended their subscriptions and things like that. And I think that was a move where it was more about the bottom line than it was about the product and the customers, and they suffered for it. So maybe Mark Zuckerberg's onto something. Maybe by not being concerned with money and being more concerned with, with building a good product and things like that, maybe he's going to wind up doing really well, and maybe in turn that'll cause the stock to do well too. But that is kind of worrying when a CEO says, simply put, we don't build services to make money, we make money to build better services. As a stockholder, I want that company to make money. So that's kind of number 3 concern. Number 4 concern, let's see, will Facebook continue to grow and be profitable? I know there's a lot of news articles all the time about how Facebook is losing subscribers and things like that. There's a lot of privacy concerns about Facebook. Just a couple of days ago, General Motors announced that it's pulling all its Facebook advertising. I think it's worth like over $10 million. They say the ads aren't effective. I've used Facebook advertising in the past. Personally, I don't find the ads that effective. I don't find that they're that targeted, especially for my industry, but in general, I don't find that Facebook ads are that targeted. I've never had that good of results from them. That said, I didn't really give it a fair try. I only tried Facebook advertising for a couple of weeks, but I just wasn't impressed with it. Another interesting thing, most people are using Facebook on their cell phones now, Android or iPhones or whatever. And I got a friend who works at ComScore. I think this is public information, so this isn't anything secret, but a friend of mine works at ComScore, and basically, when you look at the amount of minutes Facebook users spend on Facebook, 441 minutes on Facebook's mobile app for smartphones, 391 minutes Facebook on the computer. And interesting enough, the mobile version of Facebook, the Facebook app that you have on your phone, does not have ads. I think as soon as they go public, stockholders are going to want them to put ads on there. But that's huge, think about, you got a lot of young people, young professionals and things like that who don't want to go on Facebook on their work computer, so they do it on their phone. You got high school kids and stuff who probably do it at school and on the go. So majority of people who are using Facebook and spending time on Facebook aren't even seeing the ads because they're doing it on the mobile version. So it'd be interesting to see if Facebook mobile winds up getting ads. And one other interesting thing, a CNBC poll showed that 83% of Facebook users don't click on ads. And I think that's kind of interesting. Maybe young people just aren't interested in advertising. Maybe we're more savvy to where some older people who aren't as savvy on the internet maybe see ads and think it's an interesting article or don't realize it's an ad or something and click it. Younger people know ads and apparently don't like ads because 83% of Facebook users don't click on the ads. And the last thing, as far as the reasons and why not to buy it, just all the hype and everything surrounding it. I think it's kind of caused the price to go higher than it really should be. You should never invest with emotion. Another kind of funny thing, I see a lot of people are like wanting to buy one share of Facebook stock just to say they own Facebook or to give it as a gift or something like that. I think there's some sites where you can do that, giveastock.com or something like that. But personally, I don't use Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I think I had a Facebook account for a short time and shut it down. But a lot of people love Facebook, use it on a daily basis. That doesn't mean the stock is a winner. You definitely got to step back from the hype of it, step back from saying this is a company or a product I love, so I'm going to buy the stock. Just because it's a company or product you like doesn't mean it's going to be a money-making stock. So, those are basically 5 reasons why some people are telling the small-time investor to stay away from Facebook. Like I was saying in another video earlier, if I can get Facebook for under $60, I think I might buy it, wait for a little pop, and sell it at the end of the day. Maybe sell it for 80 or 90. But as it stands now, I'm not sure if I'm going to get in on Facebook or not. And caution you guys to use caution as well.